sponsored one. Whereas the Prophet said, he who sponsors an orphan is like this with me in Jannah. How many of us today have come in the wilada of the Holy Prophet, in the week of the 12th of Rabi' al-Awwal? We have come here to honor him and to follow him. It's one thing saying, I love Muhammad. It's another following Muhammad. Therefore, on the second level, the orphan. On the third level, the widow. When Umar ibn al-Khattab's daughter Hafsa had nobody to marry, which man stood up and said, I will marry her? When Salama was a widow and had nobody to marry her, which man said, I will stand up and marry her? There are many who attack him and they say that he is a man who had a number of wives. They're right, he did have a number of wives. But did you ever ask what the social reform program was when he married these wives? It was a rahmah, a manifestation of Allah's rahmah on earth through Muhammad. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not want to see these ladies who had lost their husbands live in a world where no one will protect them. Have we asked ourselves how many widows exist in the world today? How many people have looked after them? You don't need to marry the widow, but at least ask about her. You don't need to marry the widow, but don't exploit her. Because there are many today, when they see a widow, they know that this lady is in need. They know that this lady may not be educated. And you'll see that they show a lack of rahmah by exploiting her. Whereas the Holy Prophet said, no, I, your Prophet, I was married to Khadija 26 years. I did not marry anyone else. But now, if it means I'm gonna marry others so that I set an example of rahmah for you, so likewise make sure you set an example of rahmah for the widows as well. Therefore you had rahmah towards animals, rahmah towards orphans, rahmah towards widows, rahmah towards the poor. How many of us waste food when we go to a fancy restaurant where we don't think twice about gathering the food that we've left at the end? Do you know how many of us do israf and how many of us do tabdhir, where many of us do not consider extravagance, where some of us have even such a lack of rahmah that at the end of our meal we tell the waiter, take it back, take it back. And if someone tells us, let's collect it, we look down at them. Why? Do you know how many are on the street today with nothing to eat? Go to the fancy restaurant. No one said it's haram. But at the end, even one small prawn can make a difference to somebody. At the end, one piece of bread can make a difference. Sometimes we go to Muslim weddings, the amount of israf is unbelievable. Generosity is one thing, but do you see how much rice is spilt on the ground? Do you see how many people fill up their plates and leave their plates half full? Where is the rahmah of the man who would look after Ashab al-Suffa? Ashab al-Suffa, the speaker earlier mentioned Abu Huraira. Abu Huraira used to be of Ashab al-Suffa. They were poor. Ashab used to stay by the mosque of the Prophet. Which man came and said, bring the poor next to me, and then said, إنما الصدقات للفقراء والمساكين والعاملين عليها والمؤلفة قلوبهم وفي الرقاب. One man came and said, get sadaqah together, get zakat together. Look at ways in which we can eradicate poverty. When Allah has been rahim to you by giving you wealth, be rahim by giving some of that wealth back to the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then after that, you have the rahmah towards whom? The rahmah towards non-Muslims. The most arrogant thing for a Muslim to do is to think they are the only ones going to Jannah. There are many Muslims out there today arrogantly think they're the only ones Allah created Jannah for. Who are you? Maliki Yawmiddin? You're not Maliki Yawmiddin. So why do you walk around like you are Maliki Yawmiddin? There are many Christians out there who are more Muhammadan in their character than Muslims. There are Jews out there who are more Muhammadan in their character than Muslims. There are others of no faith, but their akhlaq is the best akhlaq. When I see a non-Muslim, Ali ibn Abi Talib showed it beautifully when he said, people are of two types. They are either your brothers in faith or your equals in humanity. That's it. People are either my brothers in faith or my equals in humanity. When the Holy Prophet saw other non-Muslims, did he say kill them because they believe Jesus is the Son of God? Did he say kill them because they believe Moses is? No. قُلْ يَا أَهْلَ الْكِتَابِ تَعَالَوْا. Say, O people of the book, come. إِلَى كَلِمَةٍ سَوَاءٍ بَيْنَنَا وَبَيْنَكُمْ أَلَّا نَعْبُدَ إِلَّا اللَّهَ وَلَا نُشْرِكَ بِهِ شَيْئًا وَلَا يَتَّخِذْ بَعْضُنَا بَعْضًا أَرْبَابًا مِنْ دُونِ اللَّهِ. O people of the book, I ask all of your question here in this assembly. Torah is the book of the Jews, do you agree? Injil is the book of the Christians, do you agree? Quran is the book of the Muslims, do you agree? Why does Allah say, Ya Ahl al-Kitab, O people of the book, when they are three? Why doesn't Allah say, Ya Ahl al-Kutub, O people of the books? Because He wanted to show us that all of you, your books come from the same source. And that is me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If all of us reflected on this, that the Quran set a principle, that Ya Ahl al-Kitab, not Ya Ahl al-Kutub. O people of the book, Torah, Injil, Quran, no, all of it emanates from one place. Therefore, when you see a Christian, a person walked with Ali, the son-in-law of the Prophet, they went past the church. When they went past the church, the narration mentions that his companion said to him, I wonder how much shirk is being done in that church. Ali looked at the cup half full. And he said, I wonder how much Allah is being worshipped in that church. Likewise with us, if we are the people of Rahmah, let's stop condemning non-Muslims to hell and concentrate on getting ourselves into Jannah. And then finally, when you want to see the final piece of Rahmah, Rahmah towards our enemies. It's not easy to be merciful towards one's enemy. Our ego gets in the way. Our arrogance gets in the way. We live in a world of tit for tat. We live in a world where we want to cut people off. But you found the greatest example of mercy ever to be shown was when he became victorious in Mecca. Abu Sufyan, his arch enemy, was alive. You had people like Safwan bin Umayyah. You had people like Sufyan bin Umayyah. You had people like Habbar ibn al-Aswad, Abdullah al-Zaw'ari, Wahshi, the one who cut open his uncle on the day of Uhud. Yet the Holy Prophet looked at all of them. People were expecting the Holy Prophet to kill them because they thought that because they're his enemies, he's going to finish them. But he said, no, today is Yawm al-Marhamah. Today is the day of mercy. Today is a day where I show all of you that true power is not using it. It's to hold back from using it when you can use it. I can use power, but I won't. Because more beautiful in the eyes of Allah is when I use rahmah instead of using force. Insha'Allah, if all of us begin to implement rahmah and the rahmah lil alameen into our lives, then we'll see a healthier Pakistan. And in my humble opinion, every generation there is a source of rahmah. The Holy Prophet was the first. His Ahlul Bayt one after the other. And even every generation since then. And you are fortunate to have a Prime Minister like Imran Khan. And you're fortunate to have a Minister of Religious Affairs like Dr. Al-Qadri. Don't abuse this rahmah. Make use of it. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you.
Thank you, Amar. Khawateen o Hazrat.